It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. I am so thankful that you are hanging out with me today. It's a special occasion here on the Daily Doug. First of all, it's Women's Week. We are continuing Women's Week here on the channel. It's Wednesday, and I cannot wait to share this particular song with all of you. Ever since I started doing this particular channel, doing music reactions, I have longed for the opportunity and the timing, the correct timing, to share this piece that is so important for me with all of you. And we've gotten going on prog and metal and rock and all that sort of stuff. So this is Canadian folk. So it doesn't quite fit into that box that we've been working within. And, I've been doing reactions to songs that I have overlooked. This one I have not overlooked because I have listened to this many, many times. It's one of these songs that I go to, y'all, when I am feeling sad or overwhelmed or just needing a balm, a musical balm for my soul to get reconnected and to help sort things out. When I need some help sorting out some priorities and coping with what life is throwing at me. The song is called Calling All Angels, and I am happy that you are with me today. The song is by Jane Siberry. Jane is a Canadian singer-songwriter who has been active as a musician for decades, and this particular song is one of her most known pieces. It was originally included on the soundtrack of the 1991 science fiction film Until the End of the World, performed as a duet with K.D. Lang, a wonderful recording. Later, it was re-recorded for the soundtrack of the movie Pay It Forward, which came out in the year 2000. Now, if y'all have seen Pay It Forward, then you understand this song's significance in that particular film. It comes at the end of the film as we get to this emotional climax, and it's just gut-wrenching. It's wonderful, wonderful storytelling, and the music fits perfectly. If you have not seen Pay It Forward, it's a wonderful movie, and I highly suggest it. The version, though, that I'm going to play today is by one of my favorite groups, the Wailin Jennys, y'all. They are a folk trio from Canada, and I got to know them back in the day from their many appearances on National Public Radio here in America on the show A Prairie Home Companion, and just fell in love with their harmonies and their musicianship. And Megan and I have gone to see them in concert a number of times, and they always put on a wonderful evening of music. This cover is from a live album that they put out called Live at the Mach Chunk Opera House. It was released in 2009. It was their third album. Now, the Mach Chunk Opera House is not too far from where we live. We're in New Jersey, and this place, Jim Thorpe, PA, is the name of the town, and it is in the foothills of the Pocono Mountains. It's an idyllic little town. It's only about an hour and a half from where we live. This album was recorded in just one day in August of 2008. It was their first live album, and it was the first album that they did that included Heather Massey, their newest member of the trio. So we've got Ruth Moody on soprano and playing guitar. Nikki Maida is the middle voice, the mezzo, and she is on guitar. Heather Massey is the alto, the lowest voice, and she plays the bass as well. They also have an extra musician with him, Jeremy Penner, who is on the violin, and the extra violin part in this is just exquisite. So, my friends, I'm going to play along with this because it is one of my favorites, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. So let's take a listen to Calling All Angels by Jane Siberry as performed by the Wailin Jennys. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. They're just in G, strumming a little G there. And this pensive violin comes in.
Oh, a man is placed upon the steps, and a baby cries high above you.
This at the beginning is a funeral setting. A man is set up on the steps, a baby cries, the church bells start to ring, and the heaviness settles in, and somewhere you can hear a mother sing.
And the heaviness, oh, the heaviness, body settles somewhere you can hear a mother say. Then it's one foot and then the other as you step out on the road. Step out on the road. How much weight? How much? Then it's how long and how far and how many times. Oh, before it's too late. Calling all angels, calling all angels, walk me through this world.
To the 5,
Don't leave me alone.
back 1. It's just a simple tune, y'all.
Calling all
To the 4,
angels, calling all
6, E minor,
angels, 'cause we're trying, hoping, we're not sure how it goes.
There is pain and suffering in this world, y'all.
Every day you gaze
But that sorrow allows us to see
love
and revel in the goodness when it happens. And it's just, one foot and then the other as you step out on the road. And
It's almost as if you could only crack the code.
in this verse, they're talking about looking for
You
meaning.
might finally understand what it all
You might not finally understand what it all means.
means.
I've been there. I know y'all have as well.
Oh, if you could,
Little bridge here
do you think you
to the
would
2 chord.
to trade it all the pain and suffering. Oh, then you'd miss the beauty of the light upon the surf.
Then a great lyric from Mickey.
And the sweetness of leaving, calling all
To the 4.
angels,
Their voices are just butter.
calling all angels, walk me through this world, don't leave me alone. Calling all angels, calling all angels, 'cause we're trying.
this last little verse. Yeah, and it's live, y'all. That was live. They're so good, I can't even tell you. They're just so good. And man, that song, it emotionally gets to me every single time. It doesn't take a sophisticated or complicated song to do that. Most of the time, it's these simple folk tunes that get to the heart of things for me and cut through all the bullshit, you know, especially this morning. I'm recording this on Wednesday, the 16th, and just saw more footage this morning of the conflict in Ukraine, and it just breaks my heart, y'all. And so this song is cathartic for me today. Some of the lyrics here later on in the tune. But if you could, do you think you would trade it all? All the pain and suffering? But then you'd have to miss the beauty of the light upon this earth and the sweetness of the leaving. It's asking us if we would trade our experience for on this earth for no existence at all. And my answer to that would be, even with all of the pain and injustice in this world, there is beauty and love and connection that I long for, and it makes me want to stay here. You know, it's a dichotomy of the human existence, especially here in modern times. It's a strange time that we are in right now, with enough information for any of us to have to learn about the world around us, about our history at a fingertip, you know, the access, and then all of the stuff that's happening that humans are doing that seem to defy all of that knowledge. And it just makes me weary, overwhelmed, and not sure which way to turn sometimes, but stopping to take some time to reset priorities, to meditate, to get recentered mentally helps me to keep the point of view where it needs to be, so I get the most out of this existence. And this song has been a companion of mine for years, y'all. And if you are new to the Wailin Jennys, their music is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. They have some great covers and wonderful originals. Every time Megan and I go on a long car ride, we put some of the Jennys on and we take turns singing different parts. It's kind of fun. But I'm just pleased to share this really poignant and powerful song with all of you today on the channel. Calling All Angels, written by Jane Siberry, performed here by the Wailin Jennys, a folk trio from Canada. I should say Heather Massey, the alto, I think is from Massachusetts, but they're a Canadian folk trio. They've won many awards, and they're the real deal, y'all. So I am pleased to offer some of their music to you today on the channel, and I thank you for being here. Stay safe, everybody, and take care of yourself mentally, physically, and just thank you for being here and for being a supporter of the channel. It means the world to me, and I feel grateful to be able to sit here and play along and share music like this in the hopes that it touches you in some way and provides some solace and some comfort today. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.